Have you ever conducted a cost-benefit analysis of failing to think critically or not thinking deeply enough? Who pays the price when your mind is occupied by rigid, stagnant, and inferior ideas? And who truly benefits? This reflection may expose the most significant deficit and perhaps the greatest opportunity for personal and intellectual profit in your life. The more you reflect on these questions, the more evident it becomes that your losses are not just ongoing, but fundamental to your existence, constant, cumulative, and absolute. You are not merely experiencing loss, you have become the loss itself. You do not just bear the cost, you are the cost. And with this realization, the necessity of change becomes undeniable. But where the change begins from? Quite simple, but no shortcut. Acknowledge your right and responsibility to construct your own ideological self. This is your foremost duty. You cannot delegate it to others. Only you can transform your ideological deficit into a foundation for intellectual and personal growth. Change begins with your awareness of your right to choose your own ideology. Only then can you challenge the enslavement of the mind. That is your sole ray of hope. You must recognize that your mind is your sovereign domain, taken from you at an early stage. Reclaim it. It is you, your essence, your identity. If you do not, the cycle of stagnation and ideological rigidity will persist. Why does it persist? Because three powerful forces conspire to keep you ideologically stagnant: traditions, personal inclinations, and the elites. Together, they form a formidable triad that reinforces the status quo, discouraging independent thought and meaningful change. Traditions are among the most potent tools society uses to suppress independent thought. They are powerful and, at times, seem unchallengeable because they once proved effective in history. However, over time, societies have blindly perpetuated them, often allowing harmful distortions to take root across generations. What worked in the past may not serve the present. Therefore, approach traditions with scrutiny, not blind acceptance. Do not passively inherit the cultural beliefs of an unthinking society. Take control of your intellect. Consider this: you cannot exist without an ideology. It is inevitable. But why not choose one deliberately? More importantly, why should your ideology be a constraining set of beliefs that diminish your self-worth? Why should it serve the interests of social, political, economic, and religious elites, reinforcing a status quo that benefits them? Instead, cultivate an ideology built on the finest ideas, one that fosters self-development and growth. Should it not be grounded in the best available knowledge rather than myths and fabrications? The same applies to your biases, silent killers of critical thinking and ideological sovereignty. They often stem from past experiences and ingrained opinions. While deep intuition and mindfulness can offer valuable insights, they must be balanced with reasoned skepticism. A well-considered counter-argument is always useful in dismantling biases. So, do not let even your most deeply held instincts go unexamined. Challenge yourself, as you will often uncover flaws in your initial judgments. The moment you dismiss the possibility of being wrong, you risk letting the truth slip away unnoticed. As for the elites, none are more persuasive in convincing you to accept falsehoods as long as it serves their interests. Whether through media control, political propaganda, or educational institutions that subtly shape ideological conformity. Throughout history, ruling classes have wielded ideology as a tool of control, from the censorship of dissenting voices in authoritarian regimes to corporate-funded misinformation campaigns designed to maintain economic power. The manipulation of public perception is not new, whether through the state-controlled press in totalitarian societies or the algorithm-driven echo chambers of modern social media. The goal remains the same: to maintain the status quo and suppress independent thought. If they ever propagate a truth, It is incidental to their advantage, not a reflection of their concern for your ideological well-being. Nothing can stand against this Troika except your ability to think, question, and seek better. You possess an extraordinary cognitive power capable of transforming everything. With awareness, you can dismantle the entire edifice of ideological rigidity and catapult your mind into the infinite and unknown space of creativity and freedom. Remember, not every thought that enters your mind is true. Even if it holds some truth, it may not be the most refined or accurate perspective. And even if it is, how can you be sure unless you rigorously examine it through reason, comparison, and open inquiry? Subject every idea to the test of truth with unwavering scrutiny. Break free, reject the constraints placed upon your mind. Question relentlessly, seek knowledge not as a passive observer, but as an active architect of your own understanding. Challenge perspectives, embrace intellectual courage, and forge your own path with reason, integrity, and an unyielding commitment to truth. This is your moment. Stand up, reclaim your sovereignty. You owe yourself nothing less than the liberation of your mind. It is your right, it is your duty, and it is your power. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe, like, and share. Join the conversation in the comments and stay tuned for more insights on this vital topic.